leather gloves were slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts were working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick, was chasing the beer. The circle the lips, play ball. Play ball. Load at the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives. Hit 'em, Richie.
Live!
Here on Strong Island Television, Paradise Studios, in beautiful downtown Massapequa, New York.
And today's show is brought to us by Barasch and McGarry, lawyers
For the 9/11 community. Our friend Michael Barasch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are back. Richie's back. His rash has gone away again, and he is back on set. Every time Richie's out,
it's not a rash.
It's HIPAA. HIPAA. We can't talk about your rash.
It's a boil.
It was a boil this time.
I'm kidding.
Oh, all right. So Richie's back. You see how he's sitting on one cheek, so you know where the boil was. See how he's sitting on one regular cheek? No, was it?
Is it Johnny Plug time? I don't think so.
Yes. Hello, Patrick McDonald. It's Johnny Plug time. So tomorrow, I go yearly. You know, my mom had colon cancer. My dad had prostate. So I make a yearly appointment for my urologist, you know, and go to my doctor on a regular basis and all that. So last year, I don't remember if I told you the story. I didn't mentally prepare myself where I was going, what doctor. And I walked in that morning and I go, oh my God, he's got to do an exam, with his finger, the whole bit, and you got to be mentally prepared. You got to prepare yourself 2-3 days for that, right? So I'm like, all right, let me try to get in. And he comes walking in, say, good morning, doc. I said, I just didn't realize that we were doing the digital exam, if you call it that, doc. Can you give me a minute? Can you just step out? Let me listen to a little music or something. Just think of myself. So he walks out, then he comes back in and he goes, we're going to do a sonogram. Now, what do I think it's sonogram? Babies, they do the sonogram on the belly. And I'm thinking, what? You can see the colon through the belly, right? All that. So now the technician walks in, this nice young lady, and she takes out a curling iron. Yeah. And I looked at it and I go,
appears to be a curling iron.
I go, wait a second. This isn't the sonogram I thought it was going to be. And I looked at her very sweet and I said, you are bad. Is that what we're going to use for the sonogram? Yeah. And she said, yeah. So I woke up 2 hours later.
Oh, they put you under for that?
No, I just passed out.
Oh, my God.
I just passed out. I didn't. But he said everything went well. So we're going back tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes well. I'll be there tomorrow very early in the morning. And then
So what is that, for the results?
What do you mean for the results?
You're going back tomorrow for another one?
No. That was last year. This is a yearly.
Oh, so I got you now tomorrow.
Yeah.
I thought they just wanted to.
No.
Draw another copay.
No. I made an appointment. In fact, I go every month. I don't have to.
Got it. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
By the way, it's his birthday today, isn't it?
No, isn't it his daughter's birthday? Butch told you to remember. Butch said, here's what Butch said to me. He said, listen, I said, why are you telling Richie this? Right? He goes, no, Richie will remind you. Yeah. So I remember him saying twins or something, right?
Yeah,
so
it was about his twins.
Yeah, he goes, it's Jonathan. He goes, don't worry, Richie. And you're standing here going, who? It's Jonathan's birthday? He has twins.
Now I'm looking it up.
Look it up now while we're live on the air. That's a good time to page back on your notes and take a look.
Well, we're very proud of his daughters. I think they graduated.
Yeah, I think something. Wait, I think they're his daughters. Wait. But Richie's so funny because Richie's very serious about his comedy. Very serious.
Unfortunately,
here he comes.
Jordan and Haley.
Jordan and Haley. I know them for years. I've known them since they were children.
It's true. Jordan and Haley, happy birthday.
Is it their birthday?
Jonathan is our marketing director.
Yes.
Right?
18th birthday.
It's what?
18th. Their 18th birthday.
Wow.
Right.
Look at that. Thank you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We screwed that up. We really messed that up.
To Jordan and Haley.
But that's the best we can do. What do they expect from us?
I
simple
bet they
happy
expect
birthday.
Very little.
Very little. So Richie takes his comedy very seriously. Yeah. And today he sent me like a little make sure your book, whatever the note said, didn't matter. It was like he was ripping into me. Like, make sure.
I didn't
he later sent an apology, but so it was just before some family members like ripped into me. My son, I think it was, ripped into me, and I was feel like, Dad, you don't know, do you? And then I go, oh, freaking, an email from Rich Walker. This will lift me up. Because Richie's always so positive. And then I read his thing, and I just started crying.
Can I tell him real quick what it was?
No.
It's funny. I can make it funny.
Do you think this is going to add to the story?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
So he sends me a text. He goes, are you available on a certain date?
Right.
I said, I am not.
April 19th.
I have plans. I have another show. I can't do it.
Right.
So he goes, okay. And I said, well, why don't you tell them that you can't do that date? Do you have any other dates?
Yeah.
And you go, well, they told me the date. And I go, now I snap because not only I'm upset because, I mean, let's face it, I'm losing a gig.
Haley just smiled from your
there she is.
Oh. Happy birthday, Haley.
So anyway, so I go, why don't you tell them, do it on another night,
right.
So I don't lose work.
Right. No, I get it.
No, but the thing is you needed help on that show. You said, can you help me on the show?
Right.
I can't help you if I'm working somewhere else. So
of course not.
I never leave.
Well, I did call them and say, listen, the 52 people that are signed up for the pickleball night, could you contact them and see if they can move?
They can move it, right?
For Richie, who is not available.
None of them are going to stick around anyway for the show.
Yes, they will.
Oh, they will?
Yes, they will. Right. Especially if they knew you were on it,
But I'm not. I'm booked somewhere else.
So
you're right. I didn't need to tell that story.
They go nowhere?
Nothing. Because you deflated the whole story before, and I lost my mood. I was ready to tell this great story. It just did. You ever tell a story? It doesn't have the big grand finale ending you thought it was going to have.
Yes.
So you got to make up something even more exciting.
Hey, one of my pickleball partners, one of the girls in our league, who's going to be at the event, is watching us right now on the treadmill.
Oh, look at that.
Say hello to Nisha, say hello.
Hello, Nisha.
Hello, Nisha. She's a good player. She's in good shape.
Yeah.
Younger, but I beat her. No, I'm just kidding. She's good. She's good.
Yeah.
Let's do this, Bobby. Let's talk pickleball for a second. Bring me my pickleball. Here So pickleball, we went 3-2 the other night. I was back on the court after taking off the week because I couldn't pick up my arm. Remember, I couldn't pick up my arm. Somebody filled in for me. We went 5-0. Last week, Bridget. Last week we went. Last night, 3-2. Monday night.
Beautiful.
Me and Olivia Lynn. We came out strong though. The first game we came out. We played a pretty good team. 11-2, 11-2, 11-4.
Right.
Then we lost 2 games, and then the last game was 11-10. We lost. So it was a good night, but we solidified all the details.
Yeah.
There's Nisha. Told you she's watching.
She is. Yes.
Thank you, Nisha. Can you show us the pickleball flyer, Bobby? I didn't ask you to show it now, did I?
No,
if you can bring it up quick.
You have prices
April 19th, pickleball and comedy.
Wow.
25. Oh, we can't talk money. Go see the show. Message me if you'd like to come. It's going to be a fun night. 2 hours of pickleball, an hour and a half comedy show. It's going to be a blast. So check it out.
The flyer has prices on it, sir.
All right.
Sorry.
Salerno called me, Laughter Saves Lives Dallas yesterday, and he had a big announcement. He's been working so hard with stuff for the mental health of veterans and firefighters and cops, trying to lessen the amount of suicides. And he had this big announcement, and he said, hey, you think you can mention it? I go, mention it? You did all the work. Let's bring on John Salerno outside of Dallas, Texas.
Hey, thank you, guys.
Listen.
Thank you.
If we were bringing you on as a comic, all right, how funny you are, because you're on 2 weeks in a row, it would be like once every 2 years. So this has nothing to do
with
honored. Comedy talent. Understand that. I want to make
nobody gets asked 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, nobody.
He doesn't even want me here 2 weeks in a row.
No.
I like your car.
You like I got a police car there, brother. He was a New York City police officer. He's out there in Dallas, Texas, near Dallas. What town do you actually live in?
Hearst.
Hearst?
Hearst. It's in the DFW area. It's right by right next to the airport.
All right. We're doing this big show out there. I'm coming out. I'm flying out. They're putting me up in the finest of hotels.
Wow.
What is it? A Days Inn? What the frig you put me up in? Finest hotel.
As long as it has breakfast.
Hotel 8.
it has Cheerios. You know those stations where they have just the Cheerios? But that's going to be exciting. What date is that show?
That's April 5th and 6th. We're doing the 5th show is going to be for a badge of honor. The 6th is for the Dallas 9/11 stair climb. And then the 5th morning, we're doing a private show for our veteran seniors at one of the senior living homes.
Senior living home. They're excited with coming down. They're already talking about it. I am excited. But tell us about this latest endeavor.
You know, I got a call the other day, and for about 5 years, we've been having this in the works. I know you know about Walk the Bridge. We walk the bridge across the country, actually around the world in different places to help raise awareness for suicide in our first responder and our veteran communities. So in the works, we finally got a bridge named called Heroes Memorial Bridge. Thanks to Senator Hall, Bob Hall, and John Vick. They through COVID, we got the bridge named Heroes Memorial Bridge.
Nice.
Now, right alongside that, there is a park. And Karen Solomon from Blue Help organization out of Massachusetts, I think they're called First Help now because they help everybody. They actually are a statistical-based company, organization, foundation that really keeps the statistics across the country on all the suicides by rank, by age, by everything. So she called me up and she said, "Hey, John," she goes, "we have a memorial we're looking to place, but no state wants it."
Wow.
Because they don't want to they don't want to recognize suicide within our first responder and our veteran communities. They thought it was going to be a bad stigma to place. But I went to some of our local officials. They embraced it. They said, we are gonna respect our first responders and our veterans on the way they lived and not in the manner they died.
Right.
Love it.
As you know, first responders, veterans, if they do take their life by suicide, they don't get put on walls. They don't get plaques. They don't get streets named after them. And the family, you could have a guy who did 20 years as a veteran or a first responder, God forbid the mental health got to him and he took his life. All that stuff is forgotten about, and all they focus on is the manner that he died. And the family has no closure. The family has no place to go and reflect. So I'm proud to say September 21st, right here in Dallas, they are going to reveal the statue. They will have it here on the 19th, and people from all across the country are coming into Dallas. And we're going to celebrate those families who lost a loved one to suicide.
Wow.
Great job.
It's an amazing thing. And I hope this sparks around the world. I hope other departments see that we can't leave those families left behind. They're people too, man. Yep. They put their time and effort into it. And, it's sad that they get, pushed to the wayside. But I want to thank you for giving me the time to say this. So September 21st, go on walkthebridge.org. You can follow us, take a look. You can start a Walk the Bridge in your own community and be part of this global event. It doesn't take money. It just takes a little bit of time to raise a little bit of awareness for our heroes.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we had just a short window for you, but I thought it was important that you come on and say, because you put the work into it.
I appreciate it. There's a lot of people behind it. But, wasn't just me. It was my partner, Brian Wilburn, 12, then Karen Solomon, the Senator Bob Hall, John Vick, Jeffrey Gray. There's just so many people that had their hands in this. Nobody gets one credit. It was an effort by all. So,
great. All right, we got to go, my friend. Love you.
Thank you.
Love you too. Talk to you later.
Indeed, there's a volley out here, volley firefighter. Hero. They're doing great work out there. Let's go to our first break, and we'll be back with Dave Gaines from Chillin' with Adam, the Adam Gaines Foundation.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualified.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
And we're back with Laughter Saves Lives live. Strong on Television
Live.
Studios.
Yes.
Yeah, Dave, just move it a little.
Sure.
A little bit.
Ah,
So we're
man,
here
now we're
with
nice and
Dave
cozy.
Gaines. He's the co-president of the Adam Gaines Foundation, Chilling with Adam.
Yes.
Did I say that backwards, or is that okay?
It's okay.
That's okay.
The
Now,
message got across.
I looked at your website because I do a lot of research for this show. Basically, I look at the website.
Okay.
I looked at your website,
For
and
me.
you are co-president. Who is the other co-president?
My wife, Arlene Gaines.
And it's funny because I want to do a Valentine's show next week with people, husband and wife, that volunteer. It doesn't have to be for
Right.
do a lot of volunteer work.
Right.
If I would have known before today, because I do such great, I might have had you on next week because it would have been nice.
Well, the other guy was on 2 weeks. We could be on 2 weeks too.
Well, don't push it, Dave. Take it easy
Hey,
there.
listen, I always sell. I can't help myself.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. I met you at the Marty Lyons comedy show
Yes.
a few weeks ago. You don't have to say if I was funny in that.
No, you and your whole team was very funny.
See how I said it?
Listen, I actually came up to get numbers so I could have you guys in my foundation.
That's
There you
right.
go.
That's
Yeah.
right. And he asked, is Rich Walker going to come? I said,
Yeah.
That's Richie's.
Yeah, of course.
We try to make him feel better.
Well, you know, you
Everybody asked me
Yeah.
the night of the show. I'm sure you went. Wait a minute.
Where's
Rich
Walker?
Walker's not here.
Where's Rich
I'm not
Walker?
doing the show.
I asked for a refund.
Yeah.
So the Adam Gaines Foundation is a nonprofit 501c3
Yeah.
organization that funds projects and programs at hospitals and schools to help make life easier for these children with hope of one day finding a cure.
Correct.
Now, there's a very powerful reason why you're co-president of this organization. Why is that?
Unfortunately, our son was diagnosed with a brain tumor at 15 months, and they didn't think he would make it till 2, but he made it till 11 and a half. And
Wow.
Although he struggled, he really lived. He was,
Yeah.
He was inspirational. He's my hero.
Yeah,
beautiful.
absolutely. I get it. So, all right. So you start this foundation. When did you start the foundation?
2004, right after he
Oh, you
passed
said,
away.
I'm sorry, 2004. So you
That's
started
okay.
it right away.
Yeah.
You started right away. And do you have an idea of how many children you've helped so far?
I couldn't tell
Ballpark.
you that, but I can tell you, am I allowed to say the amount? We've raised over
Yeah.
$3 million.
$3 million. Wow.
It's incredible.
Over that span. And, it's from the generous support of our friends, family, and colleagues and clients.
And what kind of events? Do you have a story about anybody that has been affected by the charity? A child or a
I do
family?
actually. There's
No, you don't have to give names, obviously.
There's a kid that I really enjoy his company, and he was not doing so well. And I saw him. Our favorite event is the Family Fun Day, because the kids get to go to the Bronx Zoo.
Nice.
And they get to have fun, but the doctors are there, the nurses are there, and we give them food, and they're under care and they're going to see the animals, and for one day they get to live like everybody else. And there was one child in particular that I befriended, and I had heard he wasn't doing so well in the beginning of the year. So when I went to ask about him, I see him, and he walked not steadily, but he walked over to me and he gave me a hug, and he said, "I look forward to this day every year. It's the happiest day of my life."
How sweet is that?
And when he hugged me, it felt like it was my son. So
Yeah.
I can't tell you how gratifying it is to be able to give something like that to a child.
And when they we are around. Well, you lost a child. I didn't. My grandchildren, thank God, my children were basically healthy. And sometimes you have to take a step back when you meet somebody like you, and say, man, I'm going every day. I'm taking the kid, my little baby, to Stu Leonard's. I go, we press all the buttons. We go to gymnastics, and sometimes you take that all for granted. You know what I mean? We're so lucky to have that because you went through hell.
Well, I mean, everybody's problems are their own, so I don't compare mine. I do know that I certainly wouldn't wish this even on an enemy. It's certainly the worst thing, and I struggle with it at times.
Still to this day, of course,
I certainly do.
And if somebody is in a similar situation as you, can you give them any kind of advice or direction? Is talking to somebody, a professional or something like that, help?
It's different for everybody.
Right.
For me, I just wanted to start making a difference and honoring his legacy.
Yeah.
Some people enjoy talking. There actually is a fantastic organization. It's not my own. It's called COPE, and they deal with folks that lose kids. And unfortunately, one of my friends at the gym lost a child, and they've been fantastic to him.
That's nice.
Do they have any does COPE have support groups, or there's anybody?
Yes, they do.
Excellent.
And you can see it on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. They're all, they're present on that.
Yeah. I found, after losing 19 members in the firehouse, that talking to somebody was the best thing. Some guys, they didn't want to do that, and you can't push anybody to do anything.
Well, I'm not a talker. I'm a doer.
Right.
And, what happened is when Adam passed away, we told everybody not to give us food or anything. We told them to make a donation to a certain charity.
Right.
And at the end of the year, they informed us that they raised 6 figures in honor of our son.
Very nice.
So that's when we started our own organization.
Very therapeutic field. Yeah.
It is very therapeutic, and it's very gratifying to impact someone's life. We were fortunate enough to have the support of friends, family, and my company. But some people weren't, and there were kids there getting chemo without their parents, and then you realize that one parent skipped off because they couldn't take the pressure.
Right.
The other one's boss said, if you don't come into work, you're fired. So, we try
the pressure and the stress.
Well, we were fortunate, thanks to, I'm even going to say it was Deutsche Bank at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I try to think about all the things that would have made our life easier, and that's what we do, because unfortunately only 100,000 kids a year are impacted, so there's not a lot of money going into research. So I feel like we can have the most impact this way, and we only raise a few $100,000 a year, but it adds up, because we've given over 1.3 million to 2 institutions, and one of which is the Children's Hospital at Montefiore, and they've actually named the pediatric neuro-oncology program after my son. And
oh, wow, that's so special. Nice. Yeah.
So and they're going to be doing some special branding this year. So,
very nice.
So, and they're really a prominent facility now.
Yeah.
And NYU as well. I mean, we have relationships with both.
You have a new venture that you want to talk about?
I do. I don't want to get in trouble with my compliance officer, but, I have been on the bench for 7 years, really enjoying my family and my foundation. And former client and friend for over 20 years who, came to my events even when I wasn't working, and just a really special guy, asked me to join his firm, and we're going to be rebranding it. So I can't tell you the name. I can only tell you that it's going to honor my son, and it's going to honor his parents, and it's going to have the thumbs up and the logo, and we're going to be donating 5% of our profits to Chillin' with Adam.
Beautiful.
And our first project, since it's an India event equity fund, which is what we're going to do, and I can't talk about anything else.
Later, but at one point you can, obviously.
Yeah.
Can they?
Not on the radio. I can't advertise.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Could they find it on the website if they wanted to?
At some point.
At some point. Okay.
Yes.
That's good. That's
but
good. All right.
but no, we're going to actually sponsor a pediatric neuro-oncology division in India, since we're going to hopefully do well on the back of some great things happening in India.
That's great.
Yes. So think about it this way: the culmination of my life's work is going to be to honor my son's legacy globally.
That's beautiful.
So hopefully, that'll help me be at peace.
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure even he's very proud of you. On a lighter
I'm
note,
very proud of him.
I'm
I
very
only
proud
know,
of
it's
on a lighter
we need more
note.
people like
Sure.
you.
I can't keep my eyes off of your shirt because it
thank you
looks
very
like
much.
I don't know what this is called with it. It's really nice shirt. But
Thanks.
tell us about this.
A friend of mine from the club makes it, but this is actually Chilling with Adam. It's the charity logo, and I wore this to our event this year because we were rebranding and we hadn't had an event in a while, and I just wanted to feel proud about it, and I wanted everybody to know what it was about. So we talked about the Chilling Club. That was Adam Taylor and I. Adam couldn't play sports. So we had the Chilling Club, and it was only males. So it was me and the boys, and we went under the blanket with the flashlight, and we said, what was good and bad about our day.
Cool.
I still reflect on those memories.
Sure.
That's crazy.
Sure. I'm glad you have those memories. Yeah. Next event you have coming up. I know you have a Laughter Saves Lives comedy night in the next.
Yeah, we're going to be doing that in the winter, but our next event is July 11th, and it's at the Cold Spring Country Club.
Oh, beautiful!
It's actually in Huntington, but you can see Cold Spring Harbor from there.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful venue, and we've had a lot of success there. We've been doing it for a long time, and our friends, family, clients, and people come out to support us, and with the help of social media, we've had such an impact. I mean, we raised a significant amount of money for people that we didn't even know.
My first advertising of an event I did years and years ago. Now I'm 60. What am I? 64. Probably was in my 30s. I sent out postcards for a thing I was doing in the city. Me sitting on a toilet bowl saying, "Make your reservations. Seats are limited." And that was my first advertising of anything else. So we've come a long way since then.
That sounds like something I would do too.
Your next event, one more time, we can find it on the website.
July 11th, Chilling with Adam. It's on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter, or X, it's called.
We'll tune in.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you for coming in.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for wearing the shirt.
Let's chill like Adam, okay?
Let's do it.
All right.
Thank you. All right, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that can save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child.
As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
And we're back. Laughter Saves Lives.
Live. I would bring you in a little bit.
Yeah, Crystal, you could give one of us Laughter Saves Lives. You could
live.
There we go.
Oh, that's good.
We're back. What a wonderful guest, Dave. My phone's ringing. Hold on, I didn't put it on silent. It's the pharmacy.
Your prescription is in.
Yes.
It's amazing. You know what I always said? Why doesn't the pharmacy add one more day to pharmacy school and teach them how to find a prescription once it's on the shelf?
That's it.
Can you imagine that first day? They go class A, B, C, D.
You're going to the wrong pharmacies.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. The proper ones are supposed to. Yeah. So we have on Crystal Monroy.
Yes.
I said that right, from the Marty Lyons Foundation.
Yes. Hello.
Now we've had the Marty Lyons Foundation on before, and they sent over Kenny, right?
Yes, me and Kenny share an office.
All right. So
we have a lot
you think
of fun.
Kenny's watching?
I hope so, Kenny.
All right. I don't know if Kenny's watching. Kenny, we wanted to look at this face tonight instead of yours for a third time. We love you, but
yes,
we wanted to change it up a little. And we have the wonderful. I have to tell you that the night of the show, we did the show 2 Fridays ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This young lady was so full of joy and excitement and passion and helpfulness for everybody, even myself. She just shined a light on the whole event for me. And
I wasn't asked to do it.
Yeah, it was you'll
You were
do it
both,
next
you
year.
were both.
Yeah, we'll have but wait.
I'm sure
we
I was
stood on his stage. He's the one that
that
yes.
whole stage.
He was the one that
So see how I give? I give.
Very
I
giving.
give.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember I said keep the money?
Yes.
I don't want the money.
He said only $100 to rent my stage. I said, oh, it's the Marty Lions. He goes, 150. So he's very generous, Richie. No, Richie.
I'm a
Not
giver.
only did he donate the stage, I had to go. We dropped him off. We had to go back to the storage unit. He picked it up there.
I know.
So great night though.
Yes,
everybody
it was
had
a
fun.
lot of fun.
Everybody
My
had
face
fun.
hurt by the end.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, it was a good show.
Wait,
it was a good show.
Who was on it?
We had on. Oh my God, because it's the
Paul
first time I
Anthony.
used them. Paul Anthony did a
great.
wonderful job from the Long Island Comedy Festival. I've never used Paul on a show before to do a spot.
Are you serious?
He's
yeah,
great.
because he's always he does his own shows that he MCs.
funny.
Yeah.
Different delivery, very funny. We
Everyone
had
was
on Claudia Bonavita, who took Richie's class.
Hysterical.
Right? Did
She's
she take your
hysterical.
class?
Yes, she did.
Yep. So
And
still she was funny.
Tomorrow night she has a
what?
look it up. By Day by Night is her own documentary.
You know what? We got to show that commercial for her. Yeah. We're going to show that.
Good.
Next break. I should
And
say
that's
commercial.
about comics, not to go off subject here, but it's about comics who also have a day job and they're moonlighting as
Right.
comedians. So it's very interesting.
Crystal, what do you do over there at the wonderful Marty Lyons Foundation? Is to fulfill the wishes of children ages 3 to 17 who have been diagnosed having terminal or life-threatening illnesses. They're unique because sometimes they'll actually give a second wish.
Yes, and we are registered in 14 states, although headquartered on Long
Right,
Island.
right.
So I oversee all of our wishes.
Who's Marty Lyons?
If you don't know,
Some people
I can't
may-
help
Well,
you.
that's why we're
But
asking.
Some people may
Marty
not know.
is a amazing person who also happened to play for the New York Jets,
New York Jets.
and member of the famed Sack Exchange.
Right.
And after losing his father, the birth of his first son, and a little boy that he was a big brother to in a period of 6 days in
Oh, my God.
1982, he started the foundation. And since we've granted over 8,400 wishes.
Oh, unbelievable. What a great night it was. Now, what do you do over there?
I oversee all of our wishes. So I
Okay.
either coordinate directly or I oversee our wish
How many
coordinators.
people work on those wishes with you?
Well,
Okay.
anyone that works on a wish is a volunteer because we're a very small staff.
Okay.
So we have dozens of volunteers coordinating wishes throughout the country, but everything comes through our headquarters and we
Through
go
you.
from there.
It goes through you.
And then we will give a child a second wish under extreme circumstances like a
Right.
relapse, a worsening
Right.
of their condition. So we really try to support families throughout these horrible
How
times.
many? I'm just curious. How many? Their request is to meet John LaRocchia.
You know what? At least 700 of them.
Look at that.
At least.
I told you not to bring that up. I'm a little embarrassed.
I'm just adding levity.
Of course, of
No,
course.
So,
Yeah.
give us a story, something that moves. you.
Yeah.
There's so many stories that move you, I'm sure. But can you give
Most
us
impactful
one or
for
two
you.
that?
You know, they
all
all
are.
they all are, and it's because of parents, you know, like Adam's dad that was just on, that share with us that we can learn and help, and we get to be there for the good
Right.
times. Right now, I am working on a rush wish, which means the child's terminal.
Yeah.
His sister passed away in 2021 at
Ugh.
age 5. He's 4 and terminal,
Same.
same disease.
Oh,
And they're going to Disney right now.
Right.
And just to, you know, one of the things I really admired about you, John, was keeping the legacy of your guys alive.
Yes.
And while we've been working on this wish and this mom's been so open, we've really also tried to honor their late daughter and then still give their son, you know, his wish, which he just wants to meet Mirabelle of Encanto. And just, she's amazing. Every time I talk to her, she's so full of life and energy, and yet she's in the worst time of her life for a second time.
you know, moms
I just
and
don't
dads
get it.
are unbelievable, but I'm sure that mom knows that to walk around any other way in front of that child is not going to help that child. So she's trying to keep strong and be upbeat, right? And once that child ultimately, would pass away, I'm sure boom, it's going to really hit her strong like it did Dave. But some parents are unbelievable the way they can, for their child keep up that.
I think that they are the most incredible people. I mean, she has no business being as nice as she is.
Right.
And we'll be there for her even when.
Now, do you send somebody on the trip also to help them?
No. We just will organize the trip, take care of the medical arrangements. This little boy went down in a camper van because they can't change him easily in a regular restroom.
Right.
We get all the medical that we can. Obviously, they'll bring their own, but any additional support that we can provide, and organize the trip. And I'm on call 24/7 while they're down there, just God forbid.
Right.
So we're really lucky, though. We get to be there to spread a little bit of joy. It's everybody else that has the tough job, I think.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been with the foundation for 11 years.
Wow, so rewarding. It's gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, Marty sets the tone. He's a very easy man to follow.
Yeah, a very big man to follow.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to see the pictures from the other night. It's funny because he's like just towering over everybody.
Wow.
Oh, and it was Pat Marone's. He's a big Jet fan, Pat, who emceed the show. He's a big. Oh yeah, and as soon as he got there, he said, "Oh, Johnny, can you introduce me to Marty?" And I said, and if you remember, he did a joke making fun of a guy named Marty and realized
it was the robot at Stop and Shop that he was making fun of, and how ugly the robot was.
And then he said the robot's name was Marty, and then he realized what he said, Pat, and he started to stutter. He was like, I mean Marty, So it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. The first green room. This is the Seafood Fire Department was at with this show was.
Yes.
Any other jets there?
No,
but the big golf outing, I'm sure.
Yes, we have our celebrity golf outing on July 8th, and this year we are honoring Marty's teammate and recent Hall of Fame inductee, Joe Klecko.
Oh, nice.
Who also is just the sweetest, most humble man in the world.
I know that a friend of mine, now that you're mentioning it, who was a volunteer for Laughter Saves Lives, I think volunteers at the golf outing, Diane Sadowski. Of course, I think she had asked me a year or two ago, "Hey, John, you want to call me and do whatever?" So that might be something that if you need volunteers that day.
Oh yeah, we have tons of events throughout the year. We have tons of wishes, so we always need volunteers.
Yeah, that might be nice. The Laughter Saves Lives supplies a volunteer or two.
Oh yeah, definitely, and the laughs.
And the laugh.
Yeah.
Well, now now that I'm on HIPAA, my new medication, I'm a lot more fun. My wife says I talk to everybody now.
Yeah.
I mean I always like
because he was a huge bummer.
I'm sure he was really shy too.
I was not a bummer or shy, but now I find myself
improv is yes and okay.
Let's do it again.
I don't even remember what I was talking about.
I don't either.
Him being a bummer.
Yeah, John is a bummer normally before the medicine.
Yes. So
good. See how he went.
Website is
MartyLyonsFoundation.org, which is MartyLyons.
And the golf outing is next
July 8th at Old Westbury Golf and Country Club.
Wait, what did you didn't Laughter Saves Lives give you a little assistance with a hotel room there or something? Or can we say that? Amy?
Yes. She gave a prize, but I think that's for our upcoming event, which is we're going to have a draft party in Bayshore on April 25th.
What's a draft party? Draft beer?
Beer and watching the NFL draft.
Oh.
See how stupid I am. I didn't know.
It's both because it's at
John knows nothing about baseball. I'm just going to tell you.
I'm a big baseball guy. I don't know. I mean, I know about football, but I'm not a big football guy. All right, so that's your big event. We're going to be doing the comedy show again next year, bigger and better.
I'll be on that one.
Richie will be on that one.
Book me now before I get another show. I book right away, almost immediately.
Well, don't forget the stage.
Well, next year hopefully
I'm like the kid with the bases. They come knocking at my door to play the game because I have the bases. I have a stage in this case.
That's the trick.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add, Crystal Blue Persuasion?
I just am really grateful to be here. I'm really grateful to Laughter Saves
We're
Lives.
grateful to have you here.
And I just really think that what you guys do is incredible. And there's so many great organizations on Long Island. And if more work together, I think we could help more people.
Yeah. I love networking with all you guys. And, you know, it goes beyond the networking and doing good work. You're meeting good people.
Yeah.
You're meeting people who are giving their time. And I say this a million times, and I apologize, I'm repeating myself. We all give money, some more than others. Very important. You only have so much time. So if you're donating your time, it says
so
something
valuable.
about you.
And
It
valuable.
says something about that person. And that's what I want to be hanging with in this point of my life.
Well, Marty always says you can make more money, but you can't make more time. And I think that's really important to live
Tell
by.
Marty that I think my saying was better, though.
Okay. Yeah. We'll workshop it.
We'll workshop.
Tell Marty. Yeah, and we got to get
You ever
Marty
do
on the show.
improv?
We got to get
No.
Marty on the
You're
show.
quick.
All right? Use your power of persuasion.
With the crystal blue persuasion.
Yeah. Ooh,
See?
we tied that up nice. Thank you, Crystal.
All right.
Thank you.
We're
Thank
going to
you
go to
so
break, and we'll be
much.
back with our comic for the night, Rabbi Welton. Hero segment.
Zwanger Passeri has been delivering a true patient-centric experience for the past 70 years. You can always expect to be cared for with compassion, scanned on the latest technology, and a highly trained subspecialized radiologist to interpret your images.
The Arbors Assisted Living is the premier yet affordable, all-inclusive assisted living option with 5 communities on Long Island in Nassau and Suffolk counties. The Arbors promotes living life to the fullest by providing a wide range of activities, amenities, and events. You get all care, all services, all amenities, all included. Call 866 The Arbors. That's 866 The Arbors.
Every day, millions of people go to work completely oblivious to their coworkers' double life. By night, they hit the stage hoping to become the next comedy superstar.
Bringing laughter to the world is very important.
Mention that?
Yeah, go see that movie. It's done by a friend of ours, Claudia Bonavita. She was the producer.
Tomorrow night at the Sayville Movie Theater.
Yes.
7 p.m. Go out there.
So why don't you introduce our next guest?
Oh, all right. Our next guest, this gentleman, very different from any other comedian you've ever seen.
Yes.
He actually graduated my class.
Right.
Stand-up university.
Still is funny. That's even though
he's hysterical.
Yes.
Not only he is a rabbi. When was the last time you saw a rabbi comedian? But he's also a chaplain in the U.S. Air Force. Let's talk about a hero doing many, many things.
And he's the first ever.
He's the first ever Hasidic comedian on this show. Can you believe that? Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up for Rabbi Levi Welton. Levi, you look like you're in Antarctica.
Are you at work? Where are you? Where are you?
First of all, it's such an honor to be here, Rich. Pleasure to meet you, sir. I'm actually in a hotel lobby. I had to sneak down and find a quiet place.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, it's such an honor. Such an honor.
Yeah, and you'll be on our Rising Comic Show February 29th.
Yep.
So we're excited to have you there.
Yeah.
So you were a chaplain in the U.S. Air Force.
Thank
you.
He still is.
Yeah.
Oh, you reserves? You reserves?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So when did you decide to do that in your rabbi career?
Yeah.
I always wanted to do it. I was in the Boy Scouts as a kid. But in 2018 is finally when I had the chance to oath. Swear in.
All right. You know what? We had a special introduction. You were the first one and we didn't use it. Bob, do you have that hero's introduction for the rabbi? Because he's one of our heroes.
his volume a little bit here?
Or maybe he has to bring it up.
Yeah. Just speak a little bit louder, Rabbi.
Okay, you got it, Professor. I love that hero segment, but the truth is, as I tell my 7-year-old, my job is to encourage the heroes. That's what a chaplain does. Those are the real heroes, the women and men that I bring chocolate milk to and chips to in the middle of the night in the flight line. Those guys, the gals, are the heroes.
True.
Look at that, modest too.
So
I took Rich's class so I can go on the flight line and make him laugh. You know.
What made you want to do stand-up comedy?
Yes.
Oh, I always wanted to. Since I was a kid, I was raised on like Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, that one guy we can't mention, and I just loved all those guys. Robin Williams of blessed memory. What do you say?
I said the one guy you can't mention, John LaRocchia.
No. So what do you talk about now? Give us a little bit of your
tell us a little bit.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I was going to say, I'm a Hasidic American and a rabbi, which means I'm really uncomfortable on this show because I'm not sure how many of you guys are circumcised.
One of us.
What are you looking at me for? He's not HIPAA too? Isn't that HIPAA? No.
Yes.
We'll tell you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like sharing my culture. So let's see if you guys can do some Hebrew. Say Baruch.
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 Hashem.
Hashem.
Not bad. That's Jewish for thank God. But when I voice message people, my phone thinks that Baruch Hashem is I'll break your shins. Which makes for some very awkward conversations. Like this morning when my boss is asking me, why are you late to work? And it made it even worse when I added the smiley emoji.
I'll break.
But actually, Baruch Hashem, I'm glad I'm doing this virtually tonight and online, because usually my wife can't sit next to me at public events, because in the Hasidic community, we have separate seating for men and women.
Right.
So my friend thinks that's super annoying. And I told him, no, Moshe, it's probably why our divorce rates are so low, because we have built-in timeouts.
That's right.
It's great.
I always tell my wife, I'm like, baby, I love you. I never want to be apart from you. I want to sit right next to you. But God kind of said no.
I'll see you later.
Now, for those of you who can see, having this big bushy beard, it does have its downfalls.
Yeah.
In the military, I have to carry around a letter from the general just to tell people that I'm not special forces, but I'm a chaplain. I'm allowed to have the beard. But 2 months ago, I'm in the store, and my 3-year-old comes running to my wife with the Barbie doll and goes, look, Mommy, it's you. And so my wife says, nice, now go find one of Tati. So my 3-year-old runs off. A few seconds later, she comes back with a doll. She hands it to me. She goes, it's you. It was Chewbacca. I was annoyed. My wife thought it was hilarious. So for this past Hanukkah, she sent out these Disney cards with like a picture of her and I on the front. And she signed them Love, Beauty, and the Beast.
Oh.
I was like, aw, babe, that's so nice of you to call me a beauty. But that's not even that bad, because with a face like mine, about 2 years ago, I got arrested in the airport for being a terrorist.
Oh,
and I thought it was because of the beard, but the TSA agent was like, no, it's because of the song you're singing. And I was like, what's wrong with the holiday classic? Bim, bom, bom. Oh, thank God. I was afraid that joke was going to bomb. Thank you for laughing.
Oh, no, it went great.
Okay, good. So the other day, my friend Moshe says, I hate Elon Musk.
Oh.
And I go,
why?
He goes, because he has 11 kids and I have 11 kids. So what's taking him so long to make the Tesla 12-seater? I say, well, why don't you write him a letter if you're so upset? He goes, I did. He actually wrote me back. I go, really? He goes, yeah. He said, how dare you threaten to break my shins? I told him, oh, wow. So Google autocorrected your Baruch Hashem as well. He goes, no, I wrote him. I want to break your shins.
Oh.
Wow, nice surprise on that.
Yeah, good surprise punchline there.
Yeah.
What are you doing out of town? Is it business or pleasure?
That's top secret, man.
Right. Forgot.
Is your wife staying in the next hotel next door? How does that work?
Well, it depends if I'm good behavior. Then if good behavior is separate seating, bad behavior is separate cities.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. That's great. I in my house always want to be on bad behavior. We should be in separate cities. My wife and I. So that's great. So you're on official business.
I can't tell you, my friend.
Top secret.
Oh, okay. All right. I tried getting it out of him.
You're trying to find out.
Yes.
Listen, you're my teacher. I'm so grateful for the class, by the way, Rich.
The what?
Your class was so inspiring to see everyone from 17-year-old high school students to people in their 60s, 70s who've never done it before. I think America needs to laugh more, and that's why.
I will say you really got a grasp on how easy it is to write a joke. It's not easy, but I mean, like we talk about the topic, premise, and the punchline. We're trying to get John to understand this.
I don't do punchlines. I don't do punchlines.
We're going to get Crystal here, who was just on to take this class because she's hysterical.
She was sharp. She was sharp.
So fast. You very rarely get that.
We got to get it. Maybe she could co-host one night.
Oh, wow. You know what? She could. She's got the energy. Being that I'm here very rarely. Well, I have other work.
See, that's why I can be here every week. He's a working comic. I'm just a working co-host.
So, are you on the documentary?
More. What time?
We got more time.
We got more time.
Give us another year. What else do you talk about in your act?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Recently, we had to go house hunting, which is not easy with 10 kids.
No.
The real estate agent is like blabbing on and on. You're gonna love this house. The Wi-Fi works in every room. And I'm thinking, lady, we don't need Wi-Fi. We need toilets.
We need toilets in every room.
You have
10 kids.
Wait,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
When you have 10 kids, you do not want to be in a house without a working toilet. It happened one time, and I had to call FEMA.
For a trailer.
No, for its flooding.
Oh, for the flooding? Oh.
Don't worry.
John, come babysit my family. See if you can survive that trauma.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's a good thing I'm in the military because I'm used to bombs and grenades.
That's true.
Wow.
That's true.
You know what? Can I say one thing? You're very, very funny. And I said this to you over the phone. And what we loved about Rabbi in the class is you actually put a face on the Hasidic community that we normally don't see. And it was such a joy for us to have you in the class. I have a question that you did in class. When things were funny on stage, I was not used to seeing this, but you went like this.
Oh, yeah.
That is that your thing, or is that in the
Hasidic
Jewish
thing?
or Hasidic community?
This is perfect. That is a hipster thing.
A what?
Hipster.
What is it called?
Hitzvah.
Hipster. You know, hipsters in Brooklyn.
Oh, hipster.
It's the only other people in Brooklyn. It's husses and hipsters. Come on, guys.
HIP, but it's CH like a hipster. You're cool.
Hipsters.
But it's CHIPSTER.
Chassid's and hipsters.
You got to write something on that. That's funny.
I got that from poetry, actually.
Oh.
I used to go to poetry slams, and that was how they showed respect to the artists who were
seen that before.
But I've seen that
somewhere.
But I've seen that in a movie, like in the 60s, where the kids are all.
Maybe I think that's. It's a sign of approval.
Yeah.
But is it laughing?
No.
Why are you having such a problem grasping this? Instead of this, It's this. That's it.
Right,
Instead of
you don't
clapping,
see it
it's
often.
snapping. That's all.
Thank you, Butch.
Thank you, Butch.
Clap, snap.
We like getting scolded on the
All
air.
right, so Rabbi, other than the show you're doing for us February 29th, you have any other shows on board where people can come and see you?
Tomorrow night in Baltimore.
Oh,
all right,
wow.
all right. That's why he's in the hotel. He gave it up.
Oh,
he gave it up.
You gave away the secret.
In Baltimore. We're really looking forward to seeing you on the 29th. I'm looking forward to sharing the stage with you. Thank you for
sir.
coming on tonight and taking the time. Oh, look, I got it.
Thank you, Rabbi. Great.
Good night, Rabbi.
A pleasure to meet you. I'll break your shins.
Good night. All right, Richie, good show.
Was it fun?
You know what I think we'll do? You know what I think we'll do?
What?
Good night, everybody. We're going to go to the diner. We'll see you next week. Happy Valentine's Day next week.
Leather gloves, we're slapping in hams, popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands, pink cotton candy, love on a stick, who's chasing the beer, that circle the lips, play ball, roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.